guys, welcome back to the Dish Pit Podcast. I'm your host Jay Fandango, and
Miguel over here on this side.
The three-eyed Raven is here.
Oh, he's back.
Fucking Raven, bro.
And as always, El Padre Chocolate, the chocolate daddy on the scene.
all right, welcome everybody to episode 65, I believe, of the Dish Pit Podcast.
We're almost there, guys.
We actually have shit to talk about today. Michael, do you want to get going on that?
Oh, well, yeah. I have a couple things. First, I want to say we finally are getting some fucking good music at work.
Oh.
Like, I know there's nothing... Like, you don't understand how horrible it fucking is to work there right now. Because not only does our...
Oh, is the Zydeco music over? Or is it still
There's
going?
still a couple of them mixed in.
So you guys aren't Zydeco fans.
Some of it's okay.
Some of it's okay.
Most of it, no.
I don't like the marching band Zydeco bullshit. When it's just a Zydeco band, that's cool. When it's just a bunch of people screaming.
Have you heard the song De l'Argent?
No.
No.
It's called The Money or something like that.
Well, here's
it's
the
dope. It's
well,
a
here's
good
the thing
Zydeco
about the
song.
Zydeco song. All right, they're good, but then when you work there all day and you're gonna hear that same song, you know, at least guaranteed 3 times, and then you go tomorrow and you're gonna hear it 3 times. Oh, and then you work a fucking double on Saturday and you hear that shit like fucking 9 times. Like,
For everybody listening, the moment Michael said Zydeco, all I could hear was the eternal Zydeco song that was in my head from my childhood. Because they played it for us, and it was like, do they know any other songs? They're singing other lyrics with the same beat and same xylophone and harmonica. Like, it was frustrating because now that's all I can hear.
You mean the accordion?
The dude with
Oh,
the
yeah, the
spoon,
Yeah, I know what
hear
you're
it
talking
all.
about.
The
Like,
accordion.
I know exactly what you're
and there's like no words because you can't understand them. Yes.
Bro,
So-
there's one where it's just like,
Oh, I fucking hate that one, bro. For real. Every time it comes on, I'm like looking at Jordan. You can
It's
feel the
so
bop.
annoying. I skip it sometimes. I just
Yeah.
go because it's just he'll go on, just and then it's like bam, 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 but you can hear like the little accordion going. And oh my god, it's so annoying.
And then there's always that one couple that's determined to dance all the way through the song.
Oh, fuck
Not
that.
thank God, not at. I'd
getting-
be pissed off if someone started getting.
If y'all had a
dancing.
more lounge type setting.
We don't
Correct.
have.
There's
Yeah.
the dude with the
No one's allowed to
cowboy
dance.
hat, the boots, his shirt is tucked in.
You start
his
dancing
girl.
there, you're gonna end up on the internet. For
No, we'll
sure.
we'll have one of the managers walk up and tell you to stop. Like I'm like, hey,
You're spreading COVID. Sit down.
put your mask on, sit down. You're in the aisle. It's a fire hazard. We're really like fucking kind of sticklers sometimes with shit like that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like, yeah, you
great.
can't have your high chair there. It's a fire hazard.
I walked around the entire mall today, no mask, no one gave a fuck.
Yeah. No one cares anymore.
I think I would rather have Zydeco music playing at all times at my job than what we have playing.
Oh, then what you have?
What do
playing.
Oh my
you
god, it's
playing?
this fucking pan flute shit, bro.
Oh, you got the
like,
spa music.
oh my god, like after a while, bro, I'm
Are you
like,
not relaxed?
after a while, I'm like, am I like actually
like
gonna pass out at my
Lion
job,
King
like,
background music.
bro?
Then you got the DJs like, "Welcome to Essential Melodies."
Nah, bro, like they have this whale mute, like whale sounds, fucking like crickets and shit. I'm like, where's the fucking cricket in here? Looking around and shit, like,
Waves crashing against
bro,
rocks
so
and stuff.
annoying,
That's funny.
Listen to the sound of the humpbacks.
bro.
Are we celebrating any anniversaries, birthdays, or?
Oh God, no. Oh yeah, Jesus dies on Friday.
Oh yeah, it's Good Friday. Yeah, it's Good Friday and then Easter this weekend.
Oh, yeah, and it
that
comes
makes
back
it Palm
again.
On Sunday.
Palm Sunday was last Sunday.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, this coming up Sunday.
It's Ash Wednesday then.
Ash Wednesday
that was-
starts Lent.
Yeah, that was
Alright.
last month.
All right. So what's today?
Nothing.
Today
it's
It's not
Wednesday.
a Christian hump day or
It
nothing?
is
No,
Wednesday,
it's
March.
Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, April. Oh,
the
it's
31st. This is March 31st.
Oh no, it's not April yet.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is April Fool's Day.
Joke's on you.
You almost got us.
I was like,
you were that close
no!
to an April Fool's.
I thought it was April Fool's Day, but it's the 31st.
You know what this weekend also is? Passover. You know
Oh.
what?
Are you gonna put like lamb's
gonna
blood
fast?
on your
Fuck no.
doorstep?
Why not?
Well, you know what you have to eat? You have to eat like fucking
Latkes.
unleavened bread.
That has German.
No, that's a Jewish food.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought latkes
Probably.
were like potato pancakes.
That's a
That
Jewish
sounds
food.
Jewish.
I ate it at a German restaurant. Maybe they just.
Well, there
were
were
Jews in
Jews in
Germany.
Germany, yeah.
Until Hitler got a hold
That's
of
a good
them.
point. Until Hitler got a hold of them. Good old Hitler.
Good old, you know,
I didn't mean that.
Yeah, it's
Literally,
Passover.
yeah, it's. I wouldn't be surprised if it's.
It's the day that
if
Moses came out on top.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was like a couple of days later or something, right?
No, the Passover signifies the fact that there's the 10 plagues, right? You have all the 10 plagues. So the 10th one is the angel of death that passes over
And
your
you have to
door.
put the lamb's blood on your door.
Lamb's blood on your door.
Yeah,
And
right.
eat
Germany,
the lamb and
Austria.
unleavened bread
Right,
and
right.
oil. And then
Russia
all
and
the
Poland, that's
firstborn Egyptian babies die.
Right.
And the
How's
Jews
that
got
foreplay?
passed over.
Yiddish.
That's crazy.
So you are right.
Yeah.
And then Moses went back to Ramses
Vodka
and
is
was
Yiddish
like,
for pancake.
Has anyone ever had gefilte fish?
No, it's disgusting.
I'm so
bro.
curious.
It's so disgusting.
I shouldn't do it.
It's so disgusting,
Don't do
bro.
it.
I had it when I was in 6th grade.
What does it taste like?
I love salt. Let me just tell you this. In this
It's
thing,
not good.
All right, is it salty like olives salty, or is it salty like?
Oh wait, no, I had lutefisk. Not
Oh,
gefilte fish.
lutefisk. That doesn't even sound good. I guess it sounds about on par with gefilte
Imagine-
fish.
Ludacris is sitting over there all pissed off. Like, don't sound good? What you mean? Ludafisk.
lutefisk, not ludicrous.
I know, but I'm
Imagine
just
if that was his rap name. Is what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Shit in the corner, pissed
Rapper
off.
Ludafisk with his new single "Stand Up."
get salty. Anyway, back to the fucking music at work. So my point is that even before the Zydeco music, they just had shitty music. Like, it got to be where they had this one, I didn't even know Donald Glover sang the song, that Zombies song.
Yeah.
And like, I see a zombie. I'm like, okay, this is weird.
I
to
thought it was
have.
like Rick James.
I
for
like
a little
yeah
bit.
until I went and looked and I saw Donald Glover. I was like, what? And then I went and looked up the album and I'm like, yeah, this is the
It's a
song that
Redbone
you
album.
you don't remember out of the entire album, right? And I'm like, why are we playing it at Rockfish? You know? It's
Yeah,
one thing-
I didn't know.
It's
It's
like,
a
it
really
doesn't-
psychedelic.
Yeah.
song.
It's not a bad song. We
It's
just
not a
play
bad
it so
song.
much.
It's just like, and then they play it a lot. You hear it a lot. So I'm in there today, and every month they give you a CD because we're not on some radio station. Some random fucking CEO or an exec picks out a husband and a wife, pick out the songs that we play, and then every month they give you an updated disc that takes out old songs, adds in new songs, right? So every Christmas you have to deal with the fucking Christmas music, and then starting of crawfish season you have to deal with all the Zydeco music, and then you eventually go back to normal. So I had the disc, I'm like, here we go, back to fucking normal, and I put it in, and guess what? We got some fucking good fucking
hits on there,
some
huh?
hits. Like the first one was Dire Straits, Money for Nothing.
That's a good song.
Like I was just like, hold on.
That's a good song.
Yeah, and then they had Third Eye Blind. What was it? It was from their Blue album. No, it was from the Blue album. I just said not the one that everybody thinks of.
Jumper and then
Yeah.
and then How's It Gonna Be are the two like that pop.
Yeah,
in
it
my
wasn't.
head
It was.
immediately. I knew a couple more, but really, I don't.
But yeah, but no, you hear it and you're just like, okay, now you're mixing. And then it had like another, and then you had like Eddie Money, and then we had another fucking ZZ Top started playing. I'm like, oh, so we're actually playing restaurant fucking songs now. They're like, they had another Rain King by the Counting Crows. Like I know we don't have, and I'm listening. And every other song's a brand new song, and then one of the fucking Zydeco songs rolls in there, and you're like, skip.
You know, at Rockfish, yeah, that's the name. Rockfish originally they used to have like jukeboxes and they play rock music.
Yeah, I have two of the.
Oh, that's cool.
I have two of the
Yeah.
tokens. Because some
From
old
where?
From Rockfish,
Oh,
like
from
some
back in the-
regulars had them. They're like, you remember this? And I'm like, yeah, no, it was way before my time.
No,
here.
I don't remember
I don't
that.
fucking. Do you see a jukebox there? I've been here
Yeah,
like a year. You know?
I'm about to say I've been there 6 years and they didn't have jukeboxes when I started. They probably hadn't had jukeboxes for like 15 years.
Shit, yeah,
There's a 50s
said it-
diner.
Said it got too expensive for the coins. They're like it's kind of a waste of money.
yeah, because it was a Rockfish token
Mm-hmm.
that you would put in.
out
there.
in Brenham, and it's like on an airstrip. So they have the 50s music, the jukeboxes at the table, the waitresses come by dressed like Dot from Grease.
They got the poodle skirts
With the-
on and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, and the ribbons and stuff. And it's really good food too, like really good food.
Do they still have 59 Diner?
They do in by the Hobby Airport.
Yeah, that place sucked.
You didn't
Yeah,
like
it
it?
wasn't that good.
The one that this guy fucked my burger up twice.
Yeah, we fine.
Fuck that place.
I liked it.
The one on 59, right?
Well, you
You're
fuck a
talking
burger
about-
up twice.
There were plenty of them. There were at least 3 of
There's
them.
one
that I
on
used to go
Westheimer.
to. Yeah.
It was called the 59 Diner because it was supposed to be in the year 1959, not because it was off 59.
No, but that was the closest one to our house. The one by Shepherd.
You're talking about the one off. I know you're talking about the one off Shepherd. Yeah. But there were more than just that one. They've closed a lot of them.
And it was by my school, so that was
Which
the-
makes sense, apparently. The consensus is that they suck.
They
I
suck.
haven't been there for. It's been like 4 years, 5 years. Actually, longer than that.
Steak
Yeah,
and
it's been a while
ale.
for me too.
Gone.
Bro, I lived next to a Steak and Ale too. I remember
Probably like 7 years actually since I've been.
my parents took us there. It was the first restaurant I ever went to that had a salad bar. You know, it was like a salad bar. I'm like, this place looks expensive. Like,
You know who's got the fucking best salad bar?
Jason's
Super
dead.
salad.
Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de fucking Chow.
That thing's like a fucking pyramid
Bro.
of like,
Bro, they have fucking robin's eggs and shit.
yeah,
like
some quail
fucking-
eggs.
yeah,
and
like-
shit. Like
pretty
honey
sure it's
smoked fucking applewood bacon type shit. Like, oh my
there's
god.
a whole fucking section of bacon, bro.
Bro. Oh
Right
my
now,
god.
next week when I'm over here talking about Fogo de Chao,
I can't afford it.
because I ain't heard none of that.
What?
For $52 a plate, bro.
$52 a
bad.
plate. What? And they give you this little. It's this little button or a little like a token.
Coaster. It's a coaster.
It's a
I've
coaster.
eaten there. I don't
One's
remember that
green.
salad
One
bar.
side's
You
green.
sleep. It's
One
right in the
side's
middle.
red. When the green side is up, motherfuckers with meat just come to your table. They'll come like fucking sirloin butt on a skewer, and they'll be like,
Bro.
"Where do you want your cut from? Do you want it medium well, medium rare?" And they will cut from the thing, put it on your plate. Oh, bring the venison over, please. Oh, yes, I will take the quail.
Yeah,
bring
you-
the chicken.
You want this
Go-
sirloin? You
yeah.
want this filet mignon?
Filet
Like,
mignon.
here,
Yeah, here's the
take
beef
it.
tenderloin filet on a skewer, and you just cut it off, throw it on your plate. And then when you turn it to red, they just
stop.
pass you up.
Yeah, they stop.
They just pass you up and just do
That sounds like a good system.
back to
Bro.
Let's
green.
go, bro.
What was that fucking chachos with flag?
Ponchos.
Ponchos.
Once we move,
The
bro,
ghetto
once
Mexican
we move.
version.
Similar idea
After
to
the
that,
move,
yeah.
I'd be happy to go celebrate and have.
There's also
have
the
Fogo de
one.
Chao. That sounds awesome.
It's like Fogo de Chao, but it's not. It's in the city center. What's it called? Something.
The Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah, but it has a name.
A Peruvian something.
I forget. Yeah, I work over there.
It's
so
something
I-
de Tejas or something like that.
Oh, you're
Tejas
talking about
de-
Taste of Texas?
No, bro. I'm talking. It's like the.
Fucking
It's like
steakhouse.
Fogo de Chao.
I don't
Exactly like it, but it's called something else. It's in the city center, but it has Tejas in it, I think.
Is
Or
it more
Rio de
expensive?
something. Rio de something. I don't know.
What's cheaper?
That one.
That one, really?
Yeah.
Fogo de Chao is expensive.
Yeah, no. I used to
You get
know a
what
guy that worked there.
Get what you pay for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but say you just keep eating meat.
They bring you meat out the ass.
And the
like,
salad bar, bro. Like.
I feel like that's a ploy to make sure you get full of the salad bar.
Correct.
They're like, oh, we don't want these guys
And the
going in on
dessert.
meat.
It was kind of like El Tiempo yesterday. I enjoyed El Tiempo.
Like, keep bringing
yesterday.
that guy red meat. We needed to fill him up quick.
He's like, you don't know about my colon, sir. Give me that cow. Just like-
I know nothing about your colon, correct.
Please don't tell me. How's your colon doing, Mark?
You know, honestly,
He's off
I'm
red
not
meat.
looking forward to a colonoscopy.
I mean,
Why would you
it'll
do-
be a little awkward at first, but it'll be better for you in the end.
Are you a little young for that?
I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I
40's
feel like my
creeping up.
colon is really clean because I drink coffee like all the time.
Regular.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm very regular as well with the
I'm
coffee.
regular.
Yeah.
Not with the coffee, just with.
I know someone who's recently
number
had a
twos.
polyp removed, and that's what made me really think about that.
Linda was very constipated a couple months ago.
Then
She was
it on
telling
the
me
good
about it.
when that
No.
happens,
No.
Bro, my dad, when he had gotten so constipated, his eyes changed color. They turned shit brown.
One time,
What the
I took
fuck?
a dump,
And his eyes
my
were not brown.
turd was 2 different colors. I shit you not, it
You
was
do that.
like a Christmas ornament. It was like red
oh, I've
and
done
green,
that.
dude.
Oh, you were
Red and green.
Yeah, dude, it was like the
Sure.
chips at Taco Cabana back in 2000. It was.
Well, you need to get yourself checked out if it was red and green.
This
If it was
is a
brown
bad
and
guy.
green, then you might have been like, okay.
Yeah, bro. Red and green, you got something to worry about.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you
Yo,
eat?
I remember telling my mom and
What'd you
everything.
eat?
I don't remember.
It's like I ate a bunch of
might have been
apples
something
and
you
then
ate.
If it
some
was
red meat.
all right, if it was green, I understand if he was eating some vegetables.
how it
But
works.
red, that means you got some blood in your shit. bro.
Listen to
Yeah.
me, yo. I told my mom. I was like, Mom. Like,
not saying like that, bro.
What more do you want?
You did not.
Yes, he did.
I'm sitting here telling you because you can't forget when your shit's two different colors. Like
I've
I
seen
was
my
like,
shit two
yo,
different colors. Mark,
my-
Mark, you in?
Yes. Normally I don't drink, you guys, but today
He's an alcoholic.
I
He
am
drinks.
celebrating life.
He
you
drinks
know?
more often than he likes to admit.
Yeah.
This is true, but I pay for it when I go home, and that's what they don't see.
Does Jayla beat you?
Jayla beats me. She abuses me.
No, he just like falls asleep on the couch with his phone on and it dies or some shit like that.
I wanted to, while we're on the topic of bowel movements and work, you know where I'm going with this.
Tony,
One of our managers, he takes like 3 shits a shift.
not just like
Short ones.
squirting them out and getting back.
like
in,
20-minute little sessions.
20-minute sessions.
Ten-
Yeah.
Doing stuff
10
on
to
his
3
phone.
times. That's an hour of shitting at work.
Correct.
Wow.
My first one of the day is 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean that's justified, but 3 times at work?
He's got to be.
I try to avoid one.
First of all, you don't want to be shitting at work because
If I have to, I have to.
If I have to,
but
I
try
have
to
to.
avoid it.
If I have to, I have to. But I also wipe that fucking seat down.
Yeah,
with one
I
of
take
those
a
things.
I take a moist towelette and I wipe the seat down.
Me too.
I actually don't mind shitting at work.
Well, you work
You
in a
work-
nicer establishment.
Yeah.
I work at a
Probably
spa.
have a
It's not
The
bad.
private
the
bathroom.
at G's job is so nice. Like if you have
That's
to
why
take a shit, you
probably
should
nicer
go
than
to
your bathroom
G's
at home.
job.
It's not bad.
It's probably nicer than when you have it at home.
I'm like driving home, like I take
bigger
a shit. I'm
for
like, wait a
sure.
second, I'm close to where
They have
she
nice
works.
toilet paper. It has a lock on the door. Like the whole room is yours.
Yes,
They
that's what I
have
want.
nice soap, and then they have a air freshener that automatically goes off while you're in there.
Bro, when I was a manager at Chewy's and we were building this new Chewy's from the ground up, and they were asking us, you know, like, oh, they were showing us the blueprint or whatever, and I was telling my GM, I'm like, ask for a private manager bathroom. And so they put a bathroom like right a little category thing. You're like, yeah, we can do that. It's right by the sinks and da 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 da. It was fucking amazing, bro. It was just like, not only you had to go through the manager's office that had a locked door to get to the bathroom, but then the bathroom is like, it had like music, like, you know, like Chuck Mangione playing in the background and shit.
Bro. I would do that at Dave & Buster's too, because there's the public restroom.
And the family restroom had a lock, right?
No, there was the showroom restroom,
Showroom,
which is the
restroom.
private restroom basically for events. So I would just go to the showroom restroom, and
there's
it's like
no
you could
event.
lock the door. You have it's basically like a sink, a urinal, and a toilet, and then you have the whole place to yourself. Basically, just lock that shit.
Lock that bad boy, start hitting the vape pen.
I gotta get me
Chilling there.
one, man. I have to get a new vape pen for sure.
Those things come in handy at work, like especially when you're having one of them fucking days. Cheers,
What?
All right, that's cool.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good.
What happens?
I'm not in the, like, we don't have to all clink. I already clinked you, bro.
He clinked you from behind.
I'm the only one that didn't get a clink. It's all good, bro.
We air clinked, bro.
We did
We have a connection. Yeah, we did, bro. Why are you gonna deny that? There was a connection, a spark, even.
Yeah, saw a little twinge over there. But yeah, so yeah, Tony, this motherfucker, he's in the restroom so much. Now the joke is like, where's Tony? And I'm like, he's in his office, and it's no longer funny. Because it was funny at first, like, oh, Tony's in his office. Now it's no longer funny. Now it's like you just continue working knowing that he's taking a shit. Fucking retarded. It's like not a joke anymore. No, he's in his office. We all know where his office is.
Man, I'm gonna have to give you my Amazon Prime. You can't download on your Xbox.
I actually have Amazon Prime on
I
my
would
phone.
offer you Amazon Prime just to get you to watch Invincible.
Is it that good?
Yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
It
The
is.
voice,
I
the
watched-
cast is pretty good too.
The cast alone is what got me, and then Jordan was telling me to watch it, and then he backed it up with it actually being a comic. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah, it's
'Cause if
based
it was
off of a
just a
comic, an Image comic.
yeah. If it was
which
just
I
a
have right now.
show, I would have been like,
You mind?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
has everybody's represented.
Oh, Commissioner Gordon's in this bitch?
No, that's I'm pretty sure that's the dad.
He's more like off-brand. Nick Fury. What's
No, he's super. Oh, you're talking about Cecil?
yeah?
Yeah, you're talking about
Off-brand.
Cecil.
Cecil's a beast. He can teleport.
Well, that's all.
And he's really smart. He's not a superhero.
He's really a father figure to Martin.
Bro.
Cecil?
Nick Fury.
No.
Only
Nick
needed a
Fury. The
superpower,
only
and he would be
thing
OP.
Nick Fury had was he was a super spy,
Nick-
right?
he
But
fought
he
aliens.
also.
Nick Fury wasn't even black
He
before
recruited
Samuel L.
Captain
Jackson.
Marvel.
Are you talking about MCU?
Yes,
Oh, all right.
Nick
yes,
Fury
he
right
is.
now?
My bad.
Nick Fury wasn't
Nah.
black before Samuel L. Jackson
I
played
know.
him.
Nick. Either way,
I know that.
He's like, I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Nick Fury is always the one. He always survives. Like if there's ever like a giant like earth-changing cataclysm that happens, he survives and he has like bunkers and shit. He always gathers information.
And he's like, let's call
Like
this
that.
guy. And he always calls some guy. He always has somebody in his back pocket.
Call this fucking guy.
Let's call this fucking guy.
No, I swear we're gonna see they're on a spaceship and not a spaceship like a.
I do not like how y'all oversimplified Nick Fury just now. Fuck that. No.
you mean?
It's not like we were lying. We weren't lying.
What are you talking about?
You're not gonna downplay the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Shield is gone, bro. Shield is no
Shield
more.
is gone.
So you're.
There's no more. Nick
I'm
Fury fucked it
familiar
up.
with
It's
how Nick
Sword
Fury
now.
is awesome.
Yeah.
So,
I know about Sword, bro, but
Maria Rambo, you know,
without. Yo,
and then Monica, her,
it's
her
Sword and
daughter.
Shield, and y'all know it. Like they go hand in hand.
Who?
Literally,
Who goes hand in hand?
I'm saying Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
No, well, so Shield is for the Earth, and Sword is for space. Shield is for Earth.
We don't need to worry about the Earth anymore. We got the Avengers.
You guys are terrible.
You're
And
terrible.
the
Earth is
X-Men,
covered,
bro,
bro.
and the
Your
Fantastic
argument's
Four.
terrible.
the
Oh,
Earth is
and by the
covered.
way, you said
We're good.
you were when you were talking about Secret Invasion. That's actually a Skrull story. That when Skrulls start to basically impersonate superheroes.
Oh yeah, I watched this whole fucking Looper thing on Captain America too about about when Cap, like, because of the whole Falcon and Winter Soldier thing, you know, so like who becomes Cap and what timeline they become Cap, and when, like, now we got fucking what's his nuts and Falcon and Winter Soldier, like he's gonna go fucking berserk and kill a
Yeah.
bunch of people.
I already
Walker.
don't like him.
I like
Good.
him.
I already don't like him.
I
I
like
hate
his
him.
character.
Wait.
That's
The-
why
John Walker?
John Walker.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, you saw him with that shield, man. That was
Yeah,
pretty
he's
beast.
good with the shield.
Fuck,
I will
that's
admit
Cap
it.
shit.
First
But
off,
I like him from Overlord. That's why I like him.
Oh yeah,
He was
great.
my favorite
it's
character
a
in
shield.
Overlord.
You can only use it a few ways.
No,
Like-
that's bullshit because
I
a lot of
mean,
people can't use
let's
Cap
be real.
shield.
Like who?
In the comics, like
Regular people.
regular
Bro.
people. In the comics, it took him like fucking years of training to be able to
Bro,
Yeah.
throw the
you
shield
have to
like
be
that.
able to throw that bitch super fast and catch that bitch in an instant. Like that hoe
through the
is-
loops,
like,
bro.
yeah, bro. That's
It's not like he's catching it with his hands. It's catching, like, it's sliding
You
back
only
onto
seen a
his
few
arm. Like,
people deal with Cap's shield. Like Black Widow dealt with it for a little bit during Avengers 2, right? When they're fighting against the Ultron bots.
Yeah.
Like, but she's not doing anything crazy with it. She's just like blocking, striking with it. You don't see her fucking throwing that shit across just a field,
talking about-
hitting targets,
he's
like
fucking
bouncing
hitting
it.
targets. Boom, boom.
That's
and then,
impressive.
like doing some other shit.
That shit's
Nah,
impressive.
Like, yeah, Cap is dope.
Just
Like,
wait.
I've always
Yeah.
liked the character Captain America.
Me
All
too.
the way back, fucking Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah.
Like all of that shit. But like Chris Evans, I can't.
Oh, I never
that
seen
was
you
that
that
was
video. I love Chris Evans.
that was that was one thing I always thought about. You know, like, damn, gee, if only it wasn't Chris Evans, he'd be your favorite MCU character.
Probably would like.
He's badass, man.
Yeah,
Well,
he
you
is.
know who I could deal with as him? The dude who plays Superman.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, because I don't
As
like
Captain
him as
America,
Superman.
he has like dark hair. and,
I'd
like,
have to
Captain
see
America's
it,
like
you know.
blonde.
I'd have to see it.
Yeah, true.
You know.
To be honest, it'd be me. It would be more like a Channing Tatum or some shit like that.
Ah, dude, don't even mention Channing Tatum in a hero.
No, the one that played him.
Be a
in the-
hero,
setting.
bro.
Oh.
He's talking about the one that played him.
Are you talking about Smallville? Superman?
No,
Or?
no.
Smallville Superman.
Man of Steel.
There's actually a Superman show.
No, there's Superman and Lois. It just came out. You're talking about that Superman, or you're talking about the one that played him in like
Man of
Batman
Steel.
versus Superman?
Man of Steel.
Yes, that one, the
Yeah.
Batman
Yeah.
versus Superman one.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
I could
Nah,
see him
Henry,
as a
I
better-
couldn't see him.
I'd have to see him in the suit without the Superman curl. Like I'd have to see it. Like
Yeah.
Well, one thing you can't see is him skinny and weak and a little bitch how.
I mean,
They
Chris
put-
Evans, they had to CGI him.
And that's what I was gonna say that like they literally
It was
had
clearly
to put his
CGI.
head on my body.
It looked ridiculous.
On Blake's body.
He looked like fucking what's his name from South Park?
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
He looked like fucking
did.
Mr. fucking Mackey, bro.
He looked malnourished.
Ridiculous.
Bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he had like so many. He had like asthma. He had like he used to
Everything
have.
was wrong
He had like a bunch of like you saw all the problems he had.
His
He had
bones
some-
were extra brittle.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I have to do this.
I was trying to talk about Invincible. Now we're talking about Marvel.
That's
Yeah.
smart. He had to fucking get it all back to Marvel.
The cool thing about Invincible is it at first you're like, oh, okay, they're kind of taking ideas from DC. Like Ivory, we were watching it, and he was like, man, they're just how have they not been sued? I was like, I mean, they don't own the rights to like powers.
Yeah.
Like just because a guy does the shit Batman doesn't mean.
So one of the
As long as
characters
his name-
on
There's a
there-
lot of the characters. There's something called the Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah.
And they're basically like the Justice League. You have like someone who's like Martian Manhunter. There's
Before
someone who's
you
like
try-
the Flash. He's Red Rush.
Before
War
you judge
Woman.
it, bro.
Really?
Upon watching it,
But-
they draw you in with that. They draw you in with.
What about like the boys in Homelander?
I haven't seen the boy. I don't
Oh.
be on Amazon Prime.
The boys
I
pissed
don't-
me off. So.
I feel you,
How?
Gene. I feel you. I'm not.
if I
What are you
had it on
on
my TV,
about?
then
That show is
maybe.
the
awesome.
only reason why
I'm glad that
I
it's
watched
over for now.
this is because it was a comic.
I have it on my phone. I'll watch it tomorrow.
I saw you watching anime on your phone.
Just have an open
I have
mind with it.
Funimation, but I have that also on my TV.
Please. The only reason I say you can wait to watch The Boys is because I think the next season is going to be the one that changes everything around.
You said that
But
last
I would
season.
Season
still
two
have,
is still
I would
dope.
still have to get through the first season. So
Two
I think I
seasons.
recommend you watch both seasons.
Yeah, if it was me, I would have watched both at once instead
Alright.
of one and then two.
So Pete, I've got so many fucking things on my list.
You got
What
Falcon
was
and
that
the
we
Winter
were-
Soldier.
Nah, I'm keeping up with that. Don't worry. We was talking about fucking what was that we was talking about when we was,
Talking about Good Doctor.
all right,
As
I'm
we was-
already on that, but
We was talking about Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, I gotta rewatch Breaking Bad.
G's
I gotta
never
watch fucking
finished
Power.
all
I
of
have to
Breaking Bad.
Watch fucking what's the other one? The black one?
Silicon
Snowfall.
Valley.
Snowfall.
G's
Snowfall's
never
good.
seen Snowfall.
Snowfall's good.
G's not caught up with
Oh,
Doctor.
Snowpiercer the movie.
Snowpiercer.
I love it. He
I
doesn't
don't
like Chris Evans.
like Chris Evans.
the
I
show.
hate that
There's a
nigga.
show.
There's a TV show that's fucking awesome.
movie-
But the movie is.
Snowpiercer is bomb.
That
You gotta
movie
watch the movie too.
will make
I've-
you mad.
I've seen parts of the movie. I haven't
movie's
finished the
awesome.
movie.
He doesn't like it.
I didn't.
It's about a train, like
No, bro, it's the world train basically. It's so cool.
It's so
like
no.
Don't make me kill you, bro. I'm gonna kick you off this fucking shit.
Like, all right, bro.
Imagine the train is the only place that's survivable. The world has been hit with like an apocalypse where the whole world is like day after tomorrow frozen. So they
And
have to
then
be on
there's
this
this
train.
train.
And then there's like, imagine class structure. Like you have the high class and then the middle class and then the lower class. The end of the train is where all the poor people are and they get the shit end of the stick. And like in the beginning years, they're like given no food, so they're all like fucking eating each other, while all the people in the front get like real organic like beef and shit. And then they create these little bars out of like insects to feed to the lower level carts.
Bro, there's
And
literally
they control them like basically like fascists.
bro,
like
they're shoveling
Nazis.
roaches and crickets into
Yeah.
this furnace, and what's coming out on the other end is
like the nutrients
gelatin
and-
brown bars.
Bro,
and all
I'm-
the poor people eat them.
I'm not gonna lie, and this will probably tell like a lot about y'all already know who I am. I never laughed so hard at a movie in my entire life than
All
fucking
right.
Snowpiercer, bro.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
It was
Watching-
there were parts where
was
you're like,
so-
it's made by the guy who did. Have you seen Parasite?
Yeah.
Junji Ito. Like he's a Vietnamese dude.
Parasite. The
Before you
the
watch
show.
The movie.
The movie, the Academy Award winning movie.
Bro,
of
this
the
guy
year.
is free. Like, there's a scene where they just take a fish and they like, rip it open with an axe, and they like
And you're
drop the fish and the blood's dripping from the axe, and then just start. There's like slaughter that
you
happens.
So it's
Like,
real gory.
it's pretty gory, yeah.
Before you watch it, you have to watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, because they're connected. No, they're connected.
Yeah, they actually are.
Snowpiercer is a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate
No,
Yes.
it's fucking not.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
No, it is not.
Please,
Yep.
It is.
please,
The original, not with the one
please,
with
W.
please. This
The
guy,
W.
does his research on Charlie.
I showed him the video and he
does
believes
his
too.
research on the Chocolate Factory, and then he makes this movie. He casts each person in accordance with the timeline of how they would have aged and the information they would have had.
So this is like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory years and years and years later.
Yeah.
no, okay.
After the world has
So,
been
I
destroyed.
On
just
the
wanna-
Snowpiercer.
I want to put you in this mind frame. Charlie and the dude who was leading the factory in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was ahead of his time. Willy Wonka. He had the elevator that went.
Yeah. Do
every
you
which
remember the
direction.
boat in the elevator that flew?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Revolutionary
Yeah.
transportation.
Remember all of the
Yeah.
It's the
technology
end of the
he was
movie,
working
yeah.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things he does develop is this train that goes around the world, Craig. And that's what's in Snowpiercer. And the technology.
They never explained him making a train that.
No, they
No,
don't.
they
don't.
It's a
But-
conspiracy
yes,
theory. Like
that's what I'm trying to get
Okay,
you to.
fair
It's
enough,
not
fair
like
enough, fair enough. I have to
directly,
watch
like,
it in
yes,
order to correlate. Okay.
Because
I
you
get it.
saw all the tech he had then, bro. Now the world's over. So whatever he had,
And that was like
produced
imaginary tech
is
too,
all
like
that is.
a fucking car that ran off of
So you're
fucking
wondering
soap and
while you're watching
bubbles
this,
and
where
shit.
the heck, who the heck, how come? And this is why. One person who was collecting people to experiment with different things that he was building.
So this train is Wonka tech.
they even talk about the food too with the jelly.
I watched
And
it again.
that
after.
food is like a
Do they
very-
have a everlasting gobstopper on that bitch and all that? Like,
not in a sense,
Not
but
quite.
No, but that food that comes out of a machine, it's a jelly block.
bro, I'm gonna watch this hoe.
bro, the movie is awesome.
It is-
and then you need
it
to
is
watch
good
the
to
video.
watch.
I'll-
Say watch the movie first, then
Have you seen the movie?
the Willy Wonka or Snowpiercer.
Have you seen both of them?
Either
I
of
saw
them.
the original Willy Wonka movie.
Yes, and that's all you need right
yeah,
there.
all you
That's
need
all
is
you need.
original Willy, not remake.
Actually,
Johnny
I didn't
Depp.
even see Snowpiercer when I saw this theory video. That's made me what made me want to watch Snowpiercer.
Me too, actually. I'm-
Snowpiercer, the movie. And
Yeah.
So I'd seen both in order. I'd seen Willy
All you gotta
Wonka.
do is look up Willy Wonka Snowpiercer. It's gonna be right there with like several million views.
I'm gonna look it up. Yeah.
Don't look
it's-
it up. Watch the movie.
Watch the
bro.
movie first and then
Watch Willy Wonka. Even if you're not paying attention.
which Willy Wonka?
the
Doesn't
The
matter.
original.
The original.
Yeah.
No, Willy Wonka
The
is the
Gene
second
Wilder.
one. It's
Yeah,
Charlie and the
Gene
Chocolate
Wilder.
Factory for the first
Is
one,
the
right?
first one, yes.
And then the
second
second
one
was
was
Willy
Willy
Wonka.
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Uh,
So I need
Charlie.
to. So I need to watch Charlie, and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, Willy Wonka is like an alternate reality.
No wait, I think it's the other one. I think it's the other way. I think it's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
It might be. I always get confused.
Because Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the first movie is based off the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
No, I think it's.
I think the movie from the 70s is Charlie.
I don't know. I grew up. I never watched the
But I thought you
Johnny
said the
Depp version.
book was.
Okay,
the book
yeah,
is-
the first one is Willy Wonka.
Okay,
Told you.
thank you. Thank you, Mike.
But
Elder.
The remake, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
100% right.
It's okay. You'll get used to it.
Mike Lapedia over here strikes again.
You'll get used to it. It's
Willy
okay.
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the
Charlie.
yeah. Charlie is an alternate.
And the book is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, the book was great.
You read the
I
book?
never read the book.
I read the book. It's great, bro. It's
Great
like
book.
it's way more. It's like reading Alice in Wonderland.
Is it?
But have you
I
read
the
Dune?
original Alice in Wonderland.
Fucking
And you didn't finish Ready Player 2
I'm
yet.
still reading it.
Oh
It's
my
in my
God, it
backpack.
explains
Like I'm
so
still
much
reading it.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland.
I'm just reading it a little bit slower.
Now you're like fucking ripping your hair out reading a book. Yeah.
Wheel it in, guys.
I read it like 2 times in a row, and I was like, yo.
I think you have to. I think you
have
actually
read it,
have
like,
to
a good
get it.
2 times to like understand what's going on, but after you do, you're like, that explains so much about.
There are
Alice,
so many movies
Mad Hatter, and all of them.
and
Yeah.
things like that you have
like they
to
were
watch
actual-
a second time to really get the concept.
Like Tenet.
Inception, Avatar,
Like Get Out.
Tenet, Get Out.
I didn't have to watch
Us, I think Us.
Get Out is not really that
Inception
complicated,
twice.
in my
Okay,
opinion.
the reason why I
Us was
say-
a little.
The reason why I say
Us was-
Inception is because a lot of people don't realize that last scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Inception's pretty rough too.
Yeah, it's tough. Like
You know,
after you watch
that's
it the
another movie I haven't seen all the way through. I've seen like bits
Of
and
Inception?
Goodfellas.
I haven't seen that all the way
Don't
through.
say that, bro.
How are you my best friend? I
You're
love
not.
Inception.
You're not
bro.
a good fella. Wait, are you talking about Inception?
That and Goodfellas.
No,
We're like way
no,
off.
no.
Okay,
Like,
go ahead and say what you were
Inception.
gonna
I'm
say.
fine with, but Goodfellas, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You haven't saw that?
What was the movie you were gonna say?
I don't remember at this
Inception.
point.
I'm
sorry, I
There's been
derailed you.
there's been so many movies thrown around in the last 2 seconds.
Well, you said you hadn't-
In pieces
seen it all the way.
It was the first time when I grew up, I
haven't
knew
seen
I
it all
wanted
the
to
way
be a gangster.
Just like I haven't seen Ender's Game all the way through.
I never watched it.
Yeah, I didn't see that all the way through either.
Ender's Game?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But Goodfellas, not only is it a true fucking story, like, I listen to Howard Stern, right? Henry Hill, the real Henry Hill, that, what's his name, plays in the movie, Ray Liotta,
Yeah.
is a real fucking, the story's real.
Yeah.
All those people were real.
Yeah.
And he was really on witness protection at the end.
Literally.
And he would call the Howard Stern, as soon as Howard got out into the West in the 90s, he would call the Stern show. And he's like, where are you at? He's like, well, I can tell you, but then it's going to cost the government a lot of money to fucking move me around, you know? And they're like, whoa, Henry, you can't say the F word on the radio, you know? It's like, God damn. And then when it started getting lighter, he was actually, because he went downhill big time. But when you hear him talk, the real Henry Hill, that's how you appreciate how badass the movie was written out, because Henry was like talking like about the guys that De Niro played and that Joe Pesci played and was like telling the real stories about him. But the way he talked, Ray Liotta in the movie got his cadence down. Like it was
Ray
like
Liotta's
listening.
great
It was like listening to him talk in the movie. The way Ray Liotta portrays Henry Hill as a half.
I love that movie,
Yeah,
man.
as a half white, half
Sicilian.
Sicilian in the Bronx, New York.
But you'd never tell anybody you're half Sicilian.
Are Italians not
He had to.
considered white?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
No.
They're
Which is why I like to say I am mostly Italian.
mostly Italian.
Bro,
So
like
it's like
50%.
Latin, basically.
Oh,
Bro, the languages might as well be the same, right? But
Yeah.
it's like Southern European, right?
It's European.
Bro,
European.
Italians are
Southern?
like the
Well, Southern European.
Colombians,
Peninsula off the-
Dominicans of the
right?
people of
Yeah,
color.
or Mediterranean.
They don't want to be labeled
Mediterranean.
black, but they are.
Mediterranean.
They're pretty much
Like
You kinda
Egyptians.
sum it all up.
Pious sons of bitches.
Egyptians, Greeks,
They
Southern
want
Spanish.
you to label their distinction, and it's cool. I mean, there is one. So.
But I am still rather white, so I don't really mind.
You're Italian and...
I'm Italian, like Irish,
Irish,
German, a little bit of native. Kind of like a melting pot.
Okay, and I'm just Colombian, black, and white.
Ooh, wait. So Colombian, African, and white, or are you black from your side of Colombia? Because there's a difference. It's
That's
like
what I was just mentioning.
Yeah.
it's
y'all.
like people from Haiti
Yeah,
or
so
people from the
exactly.
Dominican.
And they're like, I'm
Yeah,
not black.
exactly.
There's-
And people
there's a
like,
difference.
Oh, if you're
I'm
Colombian,
Asian.
people be like, if you're Colombian, why are you black? Because
Because they're.
there's two different.
We were
But
born
guess how
closer
much-
to the equator than you, so we have more melanin.
Well, here's how it is. No, here's really what it is. Because a lot of people say that a lot of immigrants came from Africa through whatever, not just slave trading or anything like that, because they were all free, but like actual trading of goods, right? Once this part of the world was discovered, which is why Brazil, like the Brazilians speak Portuguese.
Yeah, that's why
There.
they're the only people that speak Portuguese, and everybody
Yeah,
else is
which is a
speaking-
version of Spanish
Yeah.
and French mixed.
Right.
So, and it's just that area. Everything else, and you have Colombians, you have black, all the way up through Puerto Rico, Cuba, everywhere, right? What it really is that those two continents were once joined.
Pangea.
Pangea, right? Or even later Pangea, because
You can see
everything was joined in Pangea, but they were still joined like millions of years after that until they finally broke apart and the ship started
You can see
going.
South America will fit right in with Africa.
Correct. So that's that area. If you're a geologist, you know it's called the cradle of the earth, right? It's where humanity starts.
That's the moment I started
Mesopotamia
showing Little Dicky
area.
respect. The moment he
Between
mentioned
the
Pangea.
Tigris and Euphrates.
It's like, this
Pangea is
guy's-
an awesome concept. Imagine if it was still that
It's
way.
going to happen again. No,
I mean,
That's
yeah,
not
we're gonna
good.
gravitate towards each other.
That is
again.
not good.
what do you think is happening? Like the Pacific Ocean is one
It's gonna crash.
is
and
one
there's
part of
gonna
the
be
world.
earthquakes and fucking volcanic
For a
eruptions and
time, for a
tsunamis.
time. Not our time.
No,
either,
no,
but
fucking.
Well, you gotta
probably,
think
like
how-
millions of years from now.
After we die,
It's gonna be lit.
Oh, you gotta
Right
think how
after.
long it's gonna take. Here's an actual project. Is that the Pacific Ocean is so huge? You know how when you say you want to drill a hole through the center of the earth, right to where you are on the other side.
Bro, someone's doing that.
There's a spot on the Pacific Ocean that you can drill to. That the other side that you come to is still the Pacific Ocean. So, more than 50%. Like at one time, if you're an observer of the planet, it's all going to be blue with the Pacific Ocean. So
That's pretty cool.
the continents are actually moving in that direction. That's where they have originally spread out from. But the way the tectonic plates are, they'll eventually come back in the direction. So you're looking for the Pacific Ocean to get smaller and the Atlantic Ocean to get wider in the next trillion years.
You would
or so.
think that, like, if we're all spreading out
Like-
away from each other, right? Like, and we're going to the other side, that we would crash on the opposite side.
Well, technically is what we're doing, but the Earth doesn't work like that because the way the shifts work, they work like this, and you're constantly spinning, so it's going to cause things to go off kilter and eventually come in at an angle. Like you're going to see everything kind of just like get sucked up to like the north for a long time.
We won't see it.
We won't see
I'll
it.
be
Yeah,
dead.
we won't see it. We'll be dead.
California will fall off.
Lunged.
That's why we were.
Everybody knows California is gonna just.
Have you seen the San Andreas fault? I've been there. I've seen
It's
that.
just
motherfucker.
terrifying.
Fucking
I
horrifying.
feel like the Earth can just split.
The Earth is like split, and then you're told that at the very bottom, about 6 miles, it's these two those two rocks that you see actually meet 6 miles, and then one's overtaking the other and moving. It's like, all right, yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna. No,
I'm done.
they're gonna fall completely off.
So everybody gonna die. There's gonna be some fucking massive earthquake or something crazy.
Maybe. Who knows?
We'll be dead by then.
Isn't
so.
Florida supposed to split off too? Or
Yeah, actually, Florida's like weird. Have you ever seen the aerial photos of the Earth, right? And you see like where Florida and all the islands are. And
Yeah.
the water's deep blue everywhere, but then right there it's like white. That's actually the land. Still, like you can still see from the ocean. So when you see the edges of that, it's like imagine like if this is tip of Florida is pointing out here, and then the land just goes like that and hits the ground. You can actually see that from space. So Florida is actually going to just go boonk underneath
Just under
sea.
the water.
Yeah.
The same thing's
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
happen.
thank God.
The same thing's gonna happen to Louisiana and parts of Texas.
For
Really?
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We're a swamp,
You're gonna
bro.
have, I'm gonna have to move inland a little bit because
where would you move to?
Yeah, it's true. That's a good question.
if I had to like move, I don't know, like
I've always wanted to move to Oregon.
I'd probably move somewhere north because it's pretty cheap to live there. I'm good.
How far north though? Like Canada
Oregon's too
north
far.
or
No, bro,
Way too far.
I'd probably go like Colorado or maybe
yeah,
like up a state because
Colorado is like the universal stoner answer. Like yeah.
Don't
We're
go
moving
to Oklahoma, bro.
I would never go to Oklahoma.
Unless
Ever.
you're a Native
It's
American.
dusty as fuck.
So I couldn't go to Utah.
You'd end
Or
up
Ohio would
you'd end
be-
up being wife number 3.
I don't know, man. I want to move to a place that's fun still.
You don't know that? They do polygamy in Utah.
Wife number 3? Are you fucking insane?
They rock climb a lot out there too.
No,
You
the
can move to
Mormons.
Wisconsin.
The Mormons are out
I
in
know
Utah.
people out there.
The Mormons?
Yeah, you can move to Wisconsin. There's cheese out the ass up there,
I
bro.
mean,
No, that
And cows.
You what?
they got good meat there too.
If I move to any state, it has to have the benefits of major city and farm life as well.
I
We
would
got
go to
Green
New
Bay
York.
in Wisconsin.
So I'd do something like Colorado, just to be in the middle.
What about
I'd do
Illinois?
something like New York, since they legalized marijuana. We got to talk about that. Or I do Cali.
Why? What is there to talk about? They legalized it.
Yeah, immediately after
Check.
they legalized it, possession became legal.
Where?
That's
New
what
York City.
that's what legalizing it
Yeah,
means.
but then what about intent to distribute?
There is no legalization of that because you know why? Because the government's going to tax it now. That's all legalizing marijuana means. Now the government's going to make money off of it. So,
Which
if-
they should have been doing
They
for
should have been.
so fucking long. Like,
agreed.
No, they shouldn't have.
Agreed.
No, they shouldn't have. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I'm sure you do.
It is the government's fault.
Yes, I agree to
the
that.
negative stigma has been attached to marijuana.
Yes.
Yes.
That's like if they would have been selling gas this whole time, and the whole time the gas would have been
Aren't you talking about the tobacco industry?
ethanol.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Look,
and
we
they're
agree.
like, no, that's got to be $9.
We agree to that. That
whether,
was
whether it's the government's fault that there's a negative stigma attached or not is not the point. Our economy could have been a lot
There was
further
a thing called
further
the-
along.
here's
Because everybody is fucking smoking weed.
There
Like,
was a thing called the prohibition, bro. And what happened was they said alcohol is no more.
For like
Can't have
6
that.
months or something, like
And
a year
what
maybe.
happened
How long
was,
was it?
all
2
of these
years.
2
white
years.
people was like, nah, fuck that. And they had made their own distilleries. They was sending moonshine from one place to the other.
Uh-huh.
And instead of fighting with all these people, they said, let's make it legal.
Right. And then what they started doing was being like, we're going to charge you more so that we can give it to you.
And if
called
you're
a
trying to
speakeasy.
and if you're trying to sell it without us taking the tax for it, we're gonna destroy your distillery and confiscate your land
And take you to jail.
and take you to jail. So we're not disagreeing with you. We what I'm saying is it's the government's fault. I'm piggybacking off of G's point over here because they should have been fucking doing it in the first place. But it's their fault that they're in this situation because the old government, the old racist fucking pigs that were in the White House decided to say that and make a war on drugs so they can distribute drugs and make money fucking that way.
That's what I was gonna bring up. That they were trying to. They criminalized weed so they could just
Yeah, like if you
cloak
fucking
the fact that they were putting all these drugs
Yeah.
into the communities.
absolutely
Like
use
acid and
use the
shit.
mob to do it,
Like acid
then-
and crack.
and
That's
crack.
why I was saying they
Crack
don't
is a
deserve
big one.
billions of dollars worth of tax money because
No, but they were making money. They didn't need the tax money then, right? It's the pot people that are revolutionaries and got with their governments in their state to overturn it, and then now the government's like, holy shit, now we're losing fucking big time money coming in, and there's no way. The only way we can do it is we can play ball.
I
And
wish-
then now you have the advantage as a grower and be like, no, I'm not selling it. Like you can learn the market value of your stuff and then create your own market. If all the pothead fucking dealers just stay together, that's why I agree there should be a union with that. There should be a mafia. There should be a mob for the fucking cannabis fucking people.
if
Like,
it's called a
get
mob,
together.
though, it'll never succeed.
I know that. I know that.
No, for sure. You're
For
right.
sure. I know that.
We'll call it a racket.
yeah, I just don't think we should play ball with them for as long as we can.
Yeah, well, at least make them play our game.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's their fault we're in this and they're in the fucking situation. And now they know they can lose cocaine and heroin and shit like that next. This is only the beginning. There's some fucking scared white dude at the fucking White House right now. It's like, we just got to get all the states on. We got to get all the states online because it's not looking good for them.
Do you think they'd really legalize heroin?
They decriminalize it for you. They probably make you put you in a hospital instead of throw you in jail.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't be put in jail for doing drugs.
I feel like of all
I depends
things,
on how crazy you are.
If you're doing criminal, I feel like the act of actually doing a drug shouldn't be criminal itself. I feel like if you're doing criminal acts under the influence of drugs, there should be consequences for doing that. But I feel like
If I'm just chilling in my house and you come in here and hit me up for the fucking heroin,
yeah,
that
somehow
I-
you get busted and you're not doing anything but just doing heroin, right?
Okay, but what if a rapist did heroin and raped a little girl?
That's the difference.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
that's
criminal
the
act.
criminal
Then
part.
you
That's
go
what
to
I
jail for that.
just covered previously.
yeah, that's what he's saying.
So, like, if you were doing heroin and raping people, you're going to jail, buddy, for a long time, and then the heroin is going to stack on.
Right.
Right? You're not going to get off and, like, oh, I'm criminally insane because I'm doing heroin. No, you were on heroin, you raped people, you're going to jail for rape, and there's extra for
And
heroin.
for the being on drugs while doing
Yes,
it.
And
exactly.
to be honest,
But
if
you're just like
heroin was legal, you'd probably have to have some type of
card.
yellow card or some shit.
say
you know,
that
just
Don't worry,
say,
bro, I'm good.
I'm allowed to have it.
I'm
yeah,
allowed to have.
yeah.
I'm allowed to have it just like you have to with the weed
I don't
card.
know, bro.
You know,
I just don't
like,
see that would be just crazy to me. But I get, anything's possible.
I mean, it
legalizing heroin, maybe coke, but heroin.
I don't see what's wrong with having
In low doses.
a drug prescribed. So if you've got some kind of crazy anxiety and heroin is what fixes you, like, all right, heroin, like, but let your doctor tell you to do that
If
shit.
my doctor's telling me to do heroin, I'm
like
firing that.
No, like they used to, bro. Like doctors in the 1800s were like, "Here you go. What you need is
Some
you need
doctors
this
don't give a fuck about you, man.
opium right there. That's what you need."
They're like, that's just the sad, cold truth. Is not everyone goes into being a doctor and just cares about everybody. They just
want
it's
money.
all about
A
that
lot
money.
of them want money. Yeah, you're right.
I have a theory of personal, or not a theory, but a personal thing I'm doing with my life.
It's deeper than money.
No, it's
It's
whenever
morals.
I hit 55,
You're doing heroin.
switching to heroin.
I thought you said 75. Do you
No,
believe
no,
you're not
no.
gonna live
It's
that long.
completely different.
No,
It's
I'm just doing
completely
straight
deeper
heroin
than
after
money,
that.
bro. At this
Bro,
point in time, I have
that's
to
20
I have
years
to break
from
it
now.
down for you.
Yeah,
Back then,
I'll be dead then. Like
You
I'll be
know,
old. I'll be too old for society.
go to school, become a doctor or a lawyer. Remember when your mama was encouraging you to be a doctor or a lawyer because
No.
you was good at arguing? Yeah, that's what they was doing because they made great money.
You have this kind of gift of gab though, like I know you've heard that shit before, bro. Like,
You've said that before.
yeah, bro, but you got this kind of loquacious kind of thing about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Loquacious.
you're good at speaking. You know, like, so that would make sense that you would be encouraged to be a lawyer. Like, my mom was encouraging me to be an actor or a singer because that's all I used to fucking do around the house was sing and shit. Like, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. Sorry, go ahead and finish.
You know, Mark,
I'm
you
sorry.
could be a lawyer tomorrow.
Never got
You-
encouraged to do
anyone,
anything.
anyone can take the bar exam. Anyone. You don't have to
That's
go to.
why I never knew what I wanted.
You don't have to go
do.
to school or anything. You could just take the
I
bar
remember
exam
where I was going.
and be a lawyer today.
Ultimately,
Study for it and
it
be
was
a lawyer.
easy. It was the example that was left for us from men was, hey, I worked hard. I got this piece of paper. It helped me make this amount of pieces of paper and provide for this amount of family members, XYZ, right? So you thought, hey, if I get a job or a career that can cover this many family members, XYZ, it determined the type of woman you could get.
Yeah.
You didn't do it for the job. No one
So you had
works
an algorithm?
because work is great. You can't name me 3 people who love their job who would call you and be like, yeah, 5 stars. No one works because they love their job.
I don't know. I debate.
I don't think that's Mark's algorithm. That's just kind of the algorithm. Like, a lot of men base their confidence off of what kind of job they have, how much money they make, where they stay. You know, like, there's a lot of different factors that will determine, like, the kind of woman that you think you would qualify for.
Absolutely.
You know, like,
True.
so-
Women tell you this all the time. You hear it subconsciously. Even if you don't pay them any attention, you hear that, oh, if you're not tall, dark, and handsome, then you better be making a lot of money.
Yeah.
You hear if you're not making a lot of money, you best look good. So if you don't look good or make a lot of money, you don't qualify to mate with a lot of women. You know what I mean? So
Unless you're funny.
Well, I'm glad I don't fall into any of those categories.
this is subconsciously things we
No, but I
gather
don't.
as men. You know what I
And
mean? It's not
being
what,
funny.
what's
it's not even
instilled
just
into us.
subconscious. It's culture.
It's something that is out there.
I've always been confident.
And now knowing that there's
Me?
this huge shift, we had these careers that required talent and true skill and weeding out the best of the best to get the best of the best doctor, the best lawyer. And now we have careers that make you millions of dollars for just putting content out.
Yeah.
You know, so the field is changing. There's more and more women wanting, you know, the next XYZ you hear, oh, if he don't make $1 million, that's 10%. That's like the top 1% of all men. You know, so if you don't make $150K, you're not even in the top 10% of men earning money in, you know, nationwide.
And then you got
worldwide.
those types of girls that are like, well, if he don't got this much money,
So there's a lot of people that went
I
to
didn't even
school
think about that.
to become doctors.
Imagine if a bitch was like, I'm not getting with you unless you're in the top 10%
There-
of the men in the world.
But you're hearing
like,
it
you're in the
more
wrong
and
place.
more.
I'm like,
You're
I'm in the
hearing
top
it-
like 25%. What's
you're
going on?
hearing it more and more. That women don't want to settle for a man
Maybe
who makes
30.
less money than them. The average man makes less than $50K a year. It's 42.5.
What does the average woman make? That's what I want to know.
probably less. If
they don't
if-
do, we've already been over this. They don't do the. We die at work way more because we're doing the dangerous jobs. That's why a lot of men make more money, is because we're doing like oil field, railroad, electric work,
I like
plumbers.
I like
what
the Bill
Jordan
Burr.
is really trying to put
Plumbers
us
don't
in
die.
is the field of STEM.
STEM,
the
STEM
science,
field.
the technology, the engineering, and the mathematicals that
Yes.
that are involved with running the country every day.
I think all of that again ties into the culture. You know, women go after a man that makes more money, quotation marks around more money, because they have been trained, we have been trained that the man is supposed to be the provider, the man is supposed to take care of the woman.
Correct.
And the man is supposed to provide this, that, and the third, while the woman does whatever she's doing. You know, like, so it's become a part of the culture. And if that's something that we don't agree with, then we need to start trying to work collectively to change that.
To me, as long as we're on a ship and the ship is going to sink and it's women and children first, I still make $1 more than
Yeah, I
women
feel
every
yeah,
time.
yeah. I feel like that Bill Burr argument is a
Yeah,
good
the
one.
Bill
It's
Burr
like,
argument.
What's the Bill Burr argument?
It's
That's
if
a-
we're in a Titanic situation and there are limited lifeboats, we have to stay behind, and the women and the children get to go, and we just fucking stay and
And we
die.
just stay and die.
That's not.
That's why
That's
we get to pay.
exactly
That
what
is
happens.
exactly what happens. They do it in any emergency
In
situation.
any emergency situation,
Women
if
and
there's
children first.
Women and children first.
100%.
Like if
You
you're
didn't
on
know
a
that?
cruise ship,
Stop.
and the cruise, nope,
Stop.
No.
no,
Okay, stop. I only seen the Titanic one time, but I do remember there was an officer with a gun. He was a part of the crew, and his crew was designated and letting these women and children on. So
Bro,
there
it's
were
not just
men
about-
on these ships. At least one man to every ship.
You're getting pretty excited over a technicality.
Now, this isn't a technicality.
All right,
We knew
so-
these men
Not the
had
general
to steer the boat at
civilian
least.
men.
Okay. And what were they steering, bro? Men or women and children? Like
Come
The
on,
guys-
bro.
Okay,
There
Come
were
on,
plenty of men
bro.
on these
Are you
ships.
talking about the guys that were steering the boats?
Well, we know the Titanic is.
You
We
think
know
they're
the
gonna have a
Titanic
kid?
Bro.
is fictional.
Get the word, Timmy.
We
Get
know
the
the
word.
Titanic is.
the Titanic is not fictional.
That
Really?
actually happened.
Yeah.
It really
What?
happened?
Bro.
That was real,
Bro.
You're joking.
Okay, so I'm
No,
gonna
no,
let all of
you're
y'all
joking
know.
right now. Are you joking?
We have to end the
said
podcast
on
on
this
that.
podcast when I watched the episode, and I
Sir.
smoked
April
like
12th,
12.
1912, bro.
He thought the fucking Titanic was fiction.
It
thought it
really
was just a
happened. What do you
movie.
think that's Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh my god!
You know what actually was real?
was just a
Jackie
movie.
Roses were actually real. Those weren't made up either.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story is real.
I
Yeah,
love
the woman,
The woman,
old
the story
woman,
is real.
That was her.
That inspired James Cameron to go down.
That old woman
We
was
wouldn't
her.
have the discoveries of the sunken Titanic today. The closest time is James Cameron going
Now
down
that they're
there.
drawing attention
was
to the
one
fact
survivor left.
that I don't
She
have as
had
much
2000
information on this movie being
That's what I
true
was
or
saying,
not,
the old lady,
I
that
would
was
really
her.
like to draw attention to the fact that there were men of power using their influence to get on these boats.
So, bro, we all know that, but
Did
it's
you
not
see the
just the
face
Titanic.
of the man that was doing this? Can you picture him?
Who are you
That's
fighting
acting.
There are multiple men.
Bro, you
who
already
are-
lost this one with not knowing that Titanic was real.
for? Do you not remember the whole scene with the guy who like pulls a gun and he's like, "I need to get on one of these ships." Like,
He literally, he put it on women. He was like, I need to get on it.
Bro.
They were pointing the gun at them.
Yeah,
sure,
bro.
yeah. So if there's like a plane crash and there's like, "Oh, we got fucking 4 parachutes,"
Yeah, these women and these
Women and
children,
children
are getting the
first.
parachute.
They're getting the parachute.
We're
So,
dying with the shit.
that's
As-
why we get $1.
That's why we get $1 more. That's why
But
we
we
make
don't.
all the money.
That's not
Hey,
even
it's
true.
not
That's-
fair. I
that's
don't
not
make the
why
rules.
not. That's
First
not
of all,
why
I don't
we
make
get $1 extra.
We get the $1 extra 'cause we gotta stay on the ship.
If there are any ladies listening to this, that's not why we.
Hey, look, that's not our argument. That was Bill Burr's
I
argument.
die first. That's why.
Yeah, I would die first.
And we also we just,
I've already given
we
my
just
life for
generally
this
die
country.
first anyway. Let us have it, bro. Like, you know how like
I was in the
dog-
military. I already gave my life for this country and was shot and stabbed for it to prove that I would die
No one
first.
told you you had to.
Exactly. No one did. I signed my name.
voluntarily
Yeah,
did that.
I voluntarily did it.
But are you
Unselfishly.
so in
Thank
your
you, sir.
job? I have a question for you. In your job, are there
Actually,
men?
yeah.
What do you do for
yeah.
a living?
Appreciate that.
Retail, customer service.
Oh, well, that's kind of hard to tell. Some people get, like, oftentimes people get hired just because of their experience. So I don't really know about that.
Yeah.
But I know in the restaurant
I don't do
industry,
retail.
I used
we
to
all
work
get
in
made
re-
the same.
I used to work in the restaurant, so I know how they pretty much
Yeah.
work.
We
They
all
only
we
hire
all get
pretty
paid the
worked
people
at
same.
retail.
Papa's Barbecue, and everybody was getting paid different prices. I was getting paid $10.50, and other people were still getting paid $9.50.
But what were you doing, hosting there?
Papa's Barbecue is just like
Oh, you're like a
drive-
cashier and
yeah,
like
cashier,
drive through.
server,
Yeah,
one,
that's right. I
everything.
forget. Yeah.
And I was getting paid $10.50. Everybody, some people were getting paid $9.50. Some people
Hey.
were only getting paid $8. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's why you don't talk about how much you make to
Right.
other people.
The Crow will return.
The
It's
show will be
okay,
over
the
by
show's
time-
over, Crow.
Yeah.
And I thought you were the Raven. I thought you were a fucking Raven today.
We're moving
You
on
said
to
the
the
three-eyed
post show
raven.
right now, guys. Welcome to the Dish Pit post show.
Welcome to the Dish Pit
This is where we just
Post Show.
talk about bullshit even more than we were already.
Already
doing.
were. Like, yeah.
Just kind of rambling on.
Hey, we
like,
can take the shot. That's for sure.
oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't get another one.
There you go, bro. You want a
Third-
second clink? Come
Yeah,
on.
actually,
Let's
to
get in
make
there.
up for that for
There you go. I like it.
So fucking, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know where Mark was trying to go at the end of that one.
Yeah.
Titanic. Was
Yeah, I know. It's all good.
No way that's real.
He's gonna go home and watch it.
Bless his poor little heart.
Bless his poor little heart.
Anytime I'm gonna have an argument with him, I'm gonna be like, bro, you thought Titanic was fake.
Yeah, you've got
That's it now.
infinite high ground.
Infinite high ground. Fuck yeah,
That's
bro.
the rule. That's just, you thought the Titanic was fake, and he'd just be like, all right, bro.
Well, I mean, if the first time, to be honest, if the first time you ever hear about the Titanic and Leonardo DiCaprio is the medium that you receive it, like, you're gonna think it's fake too.
No.
But how do you
See,
go
I
your
do my
whole
research.
life? That movie is 20 years old. Older, right? When did it
Yeah,
come
it's
out?
pretty
2000?
old. Like,
No,
it was,
no, it came out in
99?
1996,
Oh,
1997.
Yeah, 19.
I was in middle school when it came out.
Early 1900s because Leonardo.
1900s?
So-
No.
Girl.
No.
1901?
You mean early
1990s?
1990s? I was like 1900s. That's when it actually happened.
Had he had the big face.
That was his
This
breakout
bitch
movie.
signing
Leo
off
has graced so
1907.
he's aged so.